Hello, friends. It's Carla, your online doctor, with today's Live in 5. Today is Monday, October 26th, and it is 5 p.m. So, coronavirus clinical trials from drug giants Johnson & Johnson and Eli Lilly hit a snag last week. There's going to be more talk about this because there were a few other issues, but I wrote this post a week ago, so I'm going to get to the latest stuff coming up this week. Anyway, so safety monitors halted them over a bad reaction from participants. Johnson & Johnson paused phase 3 COVID vaccine trials after a participant developed an unexplained illness. So this stops further dosing as well as enrollments into the trial until an independent data safety monitoring board reviews and evaluates the situation. Now, Eli Lilly also paused its leading monoclonal antibody treatment because U.S. health regulators had a potential safety concern. Now, the pause is not uncommon and will take as long as needed for the review board to gather all information and determine if the participant was in the vaccine group or the placebo group, and if the illness was a true side effect from the vaccine, and if so, decide if it is safe to proceed with the study. Okay, again, understand this is all I'm not saying I'm in favor or against vaccines, but this is all normal stuff that happens during drug trials, that as drugs are being manufactured and trying to get approved by the FDA, as well as vaccines. We're just hearing about every single step along the way because it is COVID-19. That is why. Now, a pause is not the same as a regulatory hold or a clinical hold. These are imposed by health authorities such as the FDA. Okay? The FDA still has a phase 3 clinical trial from AstraZeneca on hold in the United States. This is the company that we're going to talk about later in the week, who had a participant die, and they were very quick to say, although it hasn't been officially proven yet, that the person was in the placebo group, but we haven't seen it from AstraZeneca yet. Anyway, so this trial was actually scheduled to open up again in the United States, but it's still on hold, and that means they can't administer second doses to any participants in the United States. Okay, now this has been since September 8th, and the death of the person was in Brazil, was last week. So the person who actually got sick was in the United Kingdom, and it was an unexplained illness. And what happened was the patient developed inflammation of the spinal cord called transverse myelitis. Now, it's pretty significant, and it is not unique to the COVID vaccine. They've experienced this similar complications with people getting other vaccines in the past. Now, again, the trial has resumed in the United Kingdom and other countries, but not here in the U.S. And I'm not quite sure if the death of the person in Brazil is going to continue to keep the AstraZeneca trial on a hold or a pause until more information is obtained. I would like to think it should, and it will, but now the companies claim they are protecting the confidentiality and privacy of the patient and can't reveal the illness, but many experts feel this is an evasion tactic to basically just not give any information. One adverse event is considered serious, especially when you are considering a vaccine that you plan to give to millions of people if it is approved in the coming weeks or months. Now, Eli Lilly and the National Institute of Health also did not disclose what the safety concern was on the monoclonal antibody study, but the company said they were supportive of the decision to ensure the safety of patients participating in the study. Again, these are not unusual things that happen along the clinical trial process. We're hearing about every step because it is so significant to everybody, this COVID vaccine and treatment options. But the death of a person in Brazil who was in the clinical trial, and a young person, I believe he was 28, is something to really open your eyes and make sure that we're getting all the proper information to find out the details of that. And I will be talking about that later in the week. So, on that note, I hope you're having a wonderful Monday, and I will see you again tomorrow for another Live in 5.